So here we are at the whiteboard, and we are going to practice writing two different modes so that you can get a hang of the steps and be ready to write your level 8 exam. Remember, the first step is to write the first note of the mode, and then the next step is to figure out whose key signature you're borrowing. And then finally, the third step is to take that key signature and write out the accidentals actually in the mode on the page. So down here, we have two questions. We are going to together write an F Phrygian mode and a C# Locrian mode. And remember, on your RCM exam, this might be called Phrygian on F and C# on Locrian. And depending on who your theory teacher is, they might say either F Phrygian or Phrygian on F, but it's the same mode. So let's start with Phrygian on F. So step 1 is just to write the first note of the scale and to outline the entire mode. That'll get us some marks, even if you forget to write out your accidentals. So we'll start by writing F. We know for sure that this mode starts on F. So write an F and go all the way up to the next F. And I'm just going to write ascending today. If the question tells you specifically to write ascending and descending, do so. So that's step 1 done, and that'll get you a point. Now step 2 is to figure out whose key signature we are borrowing from. So F Phrygian. Now back at the piano, we learned the rhyme, I don't play like my Aunt Lucy. Phrygian was the third word, I don't play. Play starts with a P, Phrygian starts with a P. I don't play. This means that F is the third note of whatever major scale we are stealing the notes from. So, which major scale features F as its third note? I know that that's D flat major. The F is the mediant of D flat major. So we're going to take all the accidentals from D flat major's key signature and implant them into our F Phrygian mode down here, and we will get the correct answer. So now we're on step 3. We're going to write out the accidentals. Now, D flat major has 5 flats. Battle ends and down goes. We learned that in level 5. So, if you can't remember that, you can write it battle ends and down goes. You can write it on the side of your page somewhere so that you don't forget. Now all we have to do is put them beside the correct note. So B flat. Let's make this a B flat. And then E flat. And A flat. And D flat. And G flat. And there it is. That's the correct answer. We wrote an F Phrygian mode or Phrygian mode on F. Now let's do C# Locrian. The steps are the same. We're going to write out the first note and outline the scale. Then we're going to steal a key signature from a major scale, and then we're going to put it into the mode itself. So we can go ahead and start out by writing the first note. The title gives it away. C# Locrian must start on C#. So I'm going to go ahead and write a C#, and I'm going to write all the way up to the next C#, and I'll stop there. I'm not going to do descending today. That's step 1 completed. Now step 2 is to figure out whose key signature we are going to steal. Locrian. What does Locrian mean? I don't play like my Aunt Lucy. Locrian is the 7th word of that rhyme we learned over at the piano. So if Locrian is the 7th word, that means C# must be the 7th note of the scale who we're going to steal the accidentals from. So what major scale has C# as its 7th note? In what major scale is C sharp the leading tone? D major. If you remember a D major scale, the 7th note you played is C sharp. So the notes of this C sharp Locrian mode are going to match that of D major's key signature. What's D major's key signature? We learned in level 5 that D major has an F sharp and a C sharp. Now we already put C sharps in because that was given away, so that's easy. So now all we have to do is insert that leftover F sharp. And there it is. There's a C sharp Locrian mode or a Locrian mode on C sharp. See how far we've come? These whiteboard videos used to last half an hour. But you know so much now. They're getting shorter. So you can go to my website, classicalcontext.ca, and I've made a really pretty modes worksheet with questions just like these, and you can practice for your level 8 RCM exam.